In today's episode, we delve into the harrowing events that unfolded on the 18th of March 1991 near the small village of Ered, now referred to as Ered, situated in the Tskinval region of South Ossetia. A day marked by a chilling act of violence against Ossetian civilians, which has left a deep scar on the community and remains a somber chapter in the history of the region. The ordeal began when a group of Georgian militants intercepted a lorry transporting 25 Ossetian civilians from Domenis to Tskinval. These individuals, comprising women, children and men, were subjected to cruel treatment. While the women and children endured beatings, they were eventually released. However, the fate of the 12 men captured took a grim turn. These men were mercilessly tortured and then buried alive, a fact that remained undiscovered for more than 2 years. Marina Zabieva shares a personal account of that tragic day, painting a vivid picture of the horror they faced. The attackers didn't stop at mere physical abuse. They went so far as to bind the exhausted men, drag them to a ravine using a tractor, and bury them alive beneath the soil. Efforts to erase evidence of this atrocity included using a bulldozer to cover the grave and constructing a road over it. For years, the whereabouts of these 12 men were unknown until the 25th and 27th of September 1993, when, thanks to tips from anonymous sources, officials from South Ossetia's Ministry of Internal Affairs and Prosecutor's Office unearthed the burial site. The excavation, witnessed by law enforcement representatives from Georgia and the victims' kin, brought closure as the remains were finally identified and laid to rest with honors. This incident, a grim reminder of the horrors of ethnic violence, involved despicable acts such as victims being set ablaze and some meeting their end while still alive. The killers' attempt to conceal their crime by constructing a road over the burial site adds a layer of brutality to this tragedy. The discovery of the victims' bodies was a poignant moment for the community. Forensic experts and families worked meticulously to recover the remains with dignity. Each victim was identified, a process steeped in sorrow but necessary for bringing some semblance of peace to the bereaved. The aftermath of the discovery saw a notable absence of accountability. Despite the passage of over 3 decades, the organizers and perpetrators of this heinous crime have yet to face justice. The Georgian authorities' inaction in this regard speaks volumes, underscoring the challenges in reconciling with such a dark past. The Ered tragedy remains one of the most brutal war crimes committed against the Ossetian people. Today's narrative is not just a recounting of a tragic event, but a reflection on the consequences of war and ethnic violence. It's a call to remember the victims and acknowledge the deep wounds such acts inflict on communities. As we explore this chapter of history, we are reminded of the enduring impact of violence and the importance of justice in the healing process.
Матори гадай башузай, мамад мамнахима, анакалмакаша, детамалашаджет накалтай, мамад мамнахима, анакалмакаша, детамалашаджет накалтай. Атахатагда жарбатак, хахтан бадартан шашартак, фекушанкан мамад мафадан, шенамон kan madam afdan shenamot farta khabarta mawal maman qalma kashut na rajdah sani wafa